Purpose and Audience by Angie.
And Caitlin.
Is Gould's essay effective? Gould's essay is very effective in explaining a specialized subject because he kept in mind that there will be readers who know nothing about science or the extinction of dinosaurs. It is clear he spent time trying to make science understandable to the uninformed readers as well as to scholars because he goes into every little detail, including explaining what science is and how each scientific proposal starts with a hypothesis, but he also uses a strong word choice. He gives plenty of background information about the subject and presents his claim by explaining the title and breaking down why sex, drugs, and disasters are related to the extinction of dinosaurs. He does not dumb down his work to make it understandable to the uninformed readers. He deeply explains every idea he mentions. He also includes the difference between good and bad science. He explains how good science is not just a list of interesting facts. For example, the proposals about flowering plants and dinosaurs overdosing and the temperature sterilizing male dinosaurs are just eye catching claims which cannot be backed up. Gould feels that science should generate tests and provide us with things to do and move forward with.
The poem used in paragraph 14 and 16 is Do Not Go Gentle into the Good Night by the Welshman Dylan Thomas. The poem is about him trying to convince his father to not give in to death. And in the poem, he uses the word night to represent death. The poem gives the example of old age as a cause of death, which could mean that Thomas's father is close to dying of old age. And the visual at the bottom shows the two chord parts of the poem that was included in the article, as well as it being the last two lines of the poem. Knowing the poem can make it easier to know why it was quoted to begin with. It is possible to know that it was referencing death, but it is much less likely to know the poem is about resisting the inevitability of death. In paragraph 14, the author brings up how it is possible that some dinosaurs could have gone extinct by overdosing on plant drugs, since they cannot detect the bitterness, but then it explains how it is unlikely. Of course, not all dinosaurs would have been able to go extinct by this, as dinosaurs as a species would probably be able to fight through something as simple as plant drugs. In paragraph 16, the author discusses the collision of a meteor to the Earth causing the extinction of dinosaurs, which is much more likely. The impact would cause a dust cloud to overwhelm the atmosphere, making it so that any living creatures would indeed have to rage against the dying light of the atmosphere becoming darker from the dust.
Here is a video of the poem.
Go gentle into that good night. Old age should burn and rave at close of day. Rage against the dying of the light. Though wise men at their end know dark is right, because their words had forked no lightning, they do not go gentle into that good night. Good men, the last wave by, crying how bright their frail deeds might have danced in a green bay. Rage against the dying of the light. Wild men who caught and sang the sun in flight and learned too late they grieved it on its way. Do not go gentle into that good night. Grave men near death who see with blinding sight. Blind eyes could blaze like meteors and be gay. Rage against the dying of the light. And you, my father, there on the sad height, curse, bless me now, with your fierce tears I pray. Do not go gentle into that good night. Rage against the dying of the light.
Here are some true or false questions. The poem, Do Not Go Gentle into That Good Night, focuses on resisting death. The That is true.